Just imagine, a traveler that has spent millions, maybe even billions of years, wandering through the vast and cold darkness of space. A silent messenger, coming from a solar system that we may never know, a system that may not even exist anymore. Now for a brief and incredibly precious moment, imagine that this cosmic pilgrim is crossing our backyard. And what if I told you that this is not just imagination, that our solar system has already received visitors like this, and that at any moment, a new unexplainable object can appear, making astronomers from around the world run to their telescopes. In 2017, we met the mysterious Oumuamua. Then, in 2019, the comet Borisov gave us a hello. Since then, the world science community has been waiting anxiously for a third visit. And if it happened today, what would it be like? Stay with me as we explore what a new messenger from the stars could tell us about the universe. To understand why there's so much fuss, we need to understand what the word interstellar really means. Most of the bodies we know around here, planets, asteroids, comets, are trapped by the gravity of our sun. They follow defined orbits, like cars on a track, always returning to the same place. But an interstellar object? It is not part of our club. It is just passing through. Its trajectory is what astronomers call strongly hyperbolic. Think of a billiard ball thrown with great force across the table. It enters from one side and exits the other, in an almost straight line with no chance of being captured. That is exactly what these objects do with our solar system. Until a few years ago, their existence was just theory. Then, in 2017, everything changed. The Pan-STARRS telescope in Hawaii detected the first one, 1E Oumuamua. The name in Hawaiian means messenger from far away that arrives first. And it could not be more perfect. Oumuamua was a total mystery. It had a very strange shape, and it did not behave like a normal comet. It was missing the coma, that cloud of gas and dust that appears when a comet approaches the sun. Its strange acceleration when leaving the system left scientists scratching their heads, generating theories ranging from exotic composition to speculation about alien technology. Oumuamua was our first hello to the universe out there, and it left us with far more questions than answers. 2 years later, in 2019, the second visitor appeared. 2E Borisov, discovered by an amateur astronomer. Unlike its predecessor, Borisov was a straightforward comet. It had a clearly visible coma and tail, and its composition was very similar to that of our own comets. Some astronomers described it as one of the most pure comets ever seen, which suggests that it probably had never passed close to any star before ours. Borisov was a relief. It showed that comets from other worlds can be very similar to ours. So what would it be like if we discovered a third visitor? The story would probably start the same way, with an almost imperceptible glow on a computer screen. A telescope like Atlas in Chile, whose job is precisely to search for space rocks that could threaten Earth, could be the first to sound the alarm. The Atlas system, which stands for Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, sweeps the entire sky every 24 hours. What irony would that be, right? Looking for dangers nearby and ending up finding a messenger from far, far away. The news would spread like wildfire through the Minor Planet Center, the global command center for these observations. Astronomers from around the world would point their telescopes to the coordinates, in a race against time. Every photon of light from this object would be invaluable. That is where the giants would come in, like the Very Large Telescope, the VLT, at the European Southern Observatory, there in the Atacama Desert. With its enormous mirrors, it would be capable of giving us the sharpest portrait of this new comet. We would see a point of light, the nucleus, wrapped in a cloud of gas and dust, the coma which forms with the heat of the sun. It would not be an illustration, but a real photograph, a portrait of an object that traveled through the ages in the void of space just to visit us. The speed with which these observations would be made would show how much we have evolved in our ability to react to these cosmic events. By the way, what you are seeing at this moment is real. They are official images released by the European Southern Observatory, the ESO. And what are these real images telling us? First, they help confirm the nature of the object. If there is a visible coma, as in the case of Borisov, this indicates that we are facing a comet. And that is already a crucial piece of information, as it reinforces the idea that ordinary comets may be the most frequent messengers coming from other star systems. The official name, let us say 3I Atlas, follows the pattern. 3I indicating the third interstellar object already detected, and Atlas honoring the project that discovered it. The analysis of its orbit shows that it is hyperbolic, the definitive signature that it is not from here. It is just passing through, and not even the sun, with all its gravity, would be able to hold on to it. The images taken by the VLT, the Very Large Telescope, are the sharpest so far and are already being studied by scientists. The brightness of the coma and its size reveal clues about its activity. But the most fascinating thing is to discover what it is made of. With the help of a spectrograph, which separates light into different wavelengths, astronomers can decipher its chemical composition. They search for molecules like water, carbon monoxide, and cyanogen, substances that also exist in comets in our solar system. The proportion between these compounds reveals where this comet formed. A body coming from a cold region far from its original star carries a different recipe than that of objects closer to it. Comparing the chemical signature of this visitor with that of Borisov and comets from the Oort cloud, perhaps we begin to answer, are planetary systems out there similar to ours? The passage of a comet like this is much more than just a cool astronomy event. Each interstellar object that we study is a piece in a giant puzzle, our place in the cosmos. All this commotion would be because the comet is a time capsule, a piece of another star system that we can analyze directly. Think about it. For centuries, everything we knew about other stars came from the light that reached us. We could deduce things, but we never touched anything. These visitors changed the game. They are physical samples, bringing direct information from where they came. One of the biggest questions in science is, are we alone? To get close to answering that question, we need to know if the ingredients for life are common out there. We are talking about water and organic molecules. The theory is that it was comets that brought these building blocks of life to the primitive Earth, preparing the ground for everything that came after. By studying the chemistry of a new visitor, we can see if these same building blocks exist in a comet from another star. If the answer is yes, that greatly strengthens the idea that the ingredients for life are scattered throughout the Milky Way. It means that the process that led to our existence may not be so unique after all. This comet is not just a point of light, it is a probe that traveled light years to deliver clues about the deepest questions we can ask. Our window for studying a new visitor is terribly short. It approaches the sun, reaches its peak of activity, and then is flung back into the darkness of interstellar space, as if by a cosmic slingshot, to never return again. That is our only chance. Telescopes on Earth and in space follow it every moment, collecting as much data as possible before it becomes too faint in the vastness. Every night of observation is crucial. We are witnessing a fleeting and unique moment, saying hello and goodbye almost at the same time. A comet like this is not just a frozen rock. It is a messenger that connects us with the rest of the galaxy. Its brief passage is a gift, a chance to peek beyond the borders of our cosmic home and learn more about where we come from and where we are going. The discoveries that the comet Atlas can bring us will certainly fill the books of astronomy for many years. To keep up with future discoveries about this and other mysteries of the cosmos, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. The story of these comets is still being written, and you will not want to miss the next chapter. And if you found the journey of these cosmic travelers as fascinating as I did, leave your like so that more people can get to know it. Thank you for watching.